I will not crash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash, honey yacht, dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was right when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go when the rain starts.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
6 man.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He's checking.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
You can't get that.
Brings up 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
4 down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. They set up the screen to Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Stepping up, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
80 weapon.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Foxtrot, grab.
To throw is Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it here. This is James White. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
No, 66. Outcome. Hey, Sue.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the second quarter.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Brady now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Let's get it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Patriots nothing.
On 2nd down now. It's Edwards, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
To throw is Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Hey, goal 66. Hey, high 7. Hey, pack it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll go down at the 28. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go, go. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Get in the way. Get in the way. Check, check, check. Go there, then.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And an alley to run. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Check, 48's the mark. Hey, let's get this, get this. Check and reload.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal.
Jacket, reload!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. 3rd and goal, Patriots now.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it, give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 71 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Michelle on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Michelle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done.
57's right. Crunch time, defense. 57's to mine. 57's to mine.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He's got Sanu. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Check 13. Check 13. Check who's off Horford. Hey, Alabama.
Brady gives this to White. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Check 3. X3. 218. Jump.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more.
72. Hey, 66. Check four. Alert. He's coming. We got double up. Regular.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Wait, set. 53. Hey, watch the slant. Go Bandit! Hey, Alabama. Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, both 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hold 50. 72. Hey, echo.
48th Mike.
You must be dreaming. Hey, 66.
Throwing again. Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Mike 36. 23, land down. Hey, Alpha.
Motion. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Quarterback, don't get... Check it, reload. Hey, Charlie. Alert.
Now Brady again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
36 to Mike. Here we go, D.
Ozzy. Mike 36. Hey, exit. 36. Silver alert.
Again, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Sugar. Regular. Hey, Haywood. Ozzy.
Brady to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to look deep, and Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Hey, 4 down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins, what a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, Delta. 96. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Again, it's Michelle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 50.
Now they'll throw with Brady, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. I didn't see that coming at all. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check it. Sugar.
And the blitz does come. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
72.
Check. Fresno.
Regular.
36 to Mike. You're not.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
Lucky 3 win now.
36 to Mike. Check.
Winning hit.
They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Edelman was the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ready? Check 3.
49. Check 49.
Shoot.
Jackson on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Hey, let's go. Call me Chris. I'm coming for you. You must.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Brady now to throw. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 78 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He uncorks it for Snead. He's got a man, complete. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
It's a gain of 16 yards. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. Rolling to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, it's Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And it's Michelle once again. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Michelle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
No. Alert. Wide. Get wide. Switch.
Hey, 66. Go.
36 to Mike. I got you, pump.
Mike, 36. Check it.
Mike, 36. Here we go.
Alpha.
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 50.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
We got to step it up. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, get in the weight room.
To throw, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The ball comes out. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson, going to throw again. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going deep for into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.